They already find themselves, Greg, in a must-win situation. Dropping game one was a shock to their players, coaches, and certainly the fans.
Truth is, a few teams have come back for an 0-2 deficit at home. And yes, it is rare. Expect them, though, to come out tonight with purpose, with a fire in their bellies. They know they can't leave anything out there on the floor tonight.
I'm looking at you. You've got a fire in your belly, don't you?
Yes, I'm roaring and ready to go.
And now the Lakers starting group. Outside, the wings are Reeves and James. Rui Hachimura out there, Jackson Hayes. And it's Doncic in at point guard. They grab their own miss. And a wide open look for Hachimura. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and this is a tough three. That makes him really difficult to check.
And that one drops for him.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Pass to Hayes. Fires the three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Prince, the pass to Kuzma. Giannis up top. He's covered by Hachimura. Jacks up a three. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Now here's Hayes. Lopez covering, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. Now, LeBron always #1 on the scouting report. Coach said on top of being a physically dominant player, he's like an extra coach on the court, able to control the game with his basketball IQ alone. Kevin, a big challenge to handle the mental challenge of LeBron James. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
You love Lillard because he loves the game, and this is a guy who just wants to be out there. He wants the ball in the hands, and he tries not to get caught up in all the drama that happens around the game. He's 100% focused on it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Sims is checked in, and it's Portis in for Antetokounmpo. Snatched up. Doncic lays it up off the glass.
Creating space, Doncic will move defenders around.
Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Back to Lillard. Doncic grabs the miss.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Here's Reeves. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
So good at reading the defenses, and James anticipating when they overcommitted.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. A different look from Milwaukee. Jackson comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Kevin Porter subbed in for Lillard. The Lakers also with a sub. Connects checked in. Here's Porter. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Defenses try to test Porter's physicality, but he's adjusted well to it.
Here's Connect. Defended by Trent. Pass to Porter. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They'd like to continue the success they had on Friday night here.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
And going back and watching that game, there was not one spot on the floor that they did not own.
Jackson passes to Porter. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Portis. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. The Lakers in the lead. Pass to Hayes. Now Vanderbilt. He lobs it up, and Hayes throws it down.
excellent at dishing the rock. Luka with the nice feed.
Porter with it. Shoots over Doncic, and that one's good by Porter. Porter's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivered.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Lakers lead by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Connect. Then it's Austin Reed. And it's Vincent in at the point. Here's Giannis. There's Giannis with the slam.
I love it when Giannis is in attack mode like that and gets to the rim so quick.
The Lakers trail. Vincent the pass to Finney-Smith. Reeves outside. To Finney-Smith, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. A free throw drops for Finney-Smith. Hachimura, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. Finney-Smith gets them both. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Rebound the Lakers. Here's Connect. No scoring in this one. Ball's not loose. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
And the Lakers making a change here. Vanderbilt's checked in. Here's Vincent. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. The Bucks trail. Prince wide open. And he's good on the 3-ball. Prince has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Vincent's shot is good. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to Antetokounmpo. Over to the left wing. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Giannis. Lillard's got the lead up to 3 now for Milwaukee. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And the Bucks with some changes. Sims is checked in, and Bobby Portis subbed in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. James checked in for the Lakers. Doncic comes in for Gabe Vincent. Hachimura kicks to Vanderbilt. Doncic against Lillard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Trains it from beyond the arc. Doncic has got 5.
And normally near the top, handling the ball. Luka sneaking out to the corner there, getting free for 3.
Doncic with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Connect, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Doncic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Luka hustles and gets it to the rim.
Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 7.
Pretty close to impossible to stop Lillard inside like that. Just too shifty.
Doncic passes to Hachimura. Back to Doncic. Doncic gets it to go inside.
Well, the game's 4 quarters, and after a tough first half, he's found his rhythm in the second.
Lillard finds Portis. Back to Lillard. And the layup falls. There's a minute left in the first half. LeBron against Kuzma. LeBron going to work inside.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Kicks it out to Prince. Bucks passing it around. Here's Lillard. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Hachimura. No one near James as he lets it go. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Milwaukee's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Every so often, he's going to remind you that Dame Dollar can make you holler.
Here's Doncic. Doncic explodes off the drive. What a slam!
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. No good on the shot. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Los Angeles. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot in the arena.
At the defensive end, I'm not seeing disruption. I don't mean just forced turnovers. I mean taking the offense out of the rhythm.
Seeing how things are and that concludes.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half, and I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Portis is out there with Brook Lopez. Then it's Porter. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Trent in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. And that one's good by Porter.
And Kuzma showing more and more that he's becoming a playmaker on the offensive end of the floor.
Reeves outside. Pass to Hayes. Doncic with it. Guarded by Porter. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Doncic missing. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Giannis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Jackson comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Here's Giannis, and the dunk by Giannis.
This is what makes Giannis such an elite player, his ability to score in those difficult situations down low with lots of bodies around.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 2. No good on the triple.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Trent passes to Antetokounmpo. And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Porter kicks to Trent. Kicks it out to Giannis. Shot clock at 5. Driving in. Machetes his way. Giannis.
How about that? Coming out to start the half. A perfect 3 of 3.
Lakers trail by 4. Now, here's Doncic. 11 points in the game. James right side. And he drops it in from the low post. LeBron's got his second bucket tonight.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Porter. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Great to see Antetokounmpo going strong inside. At times, the D has no choice but to foul him.
And he can't get the first one. A different look for Milwaukee. Sims is checked in, and Damian Lillard subbed in for Kevin Porter. Vanderbilt's checked in for the Lakers.
Think about Giannis and just how special of a player he is. We know off the court the endeavors he's into. I mean, this guy has really grown into a global ambassador for the game of basketball.
Doncic knocks in the 3.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Lillard, the pass to Trent. Back to Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Reads the pass to Vanderbilt. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Some changes here for the Bucks. Portis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Taurean Prince in for Trent. The Lakers also making some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jackson Hayes, and it's Connect in for James.
Some nights Lillard can just keep going and going.
LA's on 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. The 3 for Doncic. Sims with the rebound.
Now, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
3-pointer, Lillard. That one doesn't drop.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Reeves. Rebound, Milwaukee. Lillard outside. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers talking to his team from his huddle.
Come on, let's keep it going. But we're giving up too many shots.
Exchanging baskets is what Doc is talking about. That's not what he's looking for, asking his guys to clamp down on defense.
Yeah, I mean, he wants it all. Sees an opportunity for his team to kind of dominate here a little bit and wants them to just take full advantage.
NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. Yeah, they preach the little things in the huddle. They ask their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Vincent is out there with Connect. And it's Hachimura in at center. And Lillard kicks to Kuzma. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Giannis that time just making the most of that play, getting the foul, still getting the shot off.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. Kevin Porter's checked in for Milwaukee. And then for the Lakers, Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. Austin Reeves comes in for Connect. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Vincent.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. The kick out to Porter. Prince outside. Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis always plays at a high level, but feels like he's kicking it up a notch here.
LeBron outside. Back to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Every aspect of Giannis' game showing tonight. Just unreal.
And the Bucks making a change here. Lillard's checked in. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
And another part of what they've done tonight is to get a lot of work done in the mid-range. And that's a shot that a lot of teams are willing to let you take. They've knocked them down.
Here's Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Some changes here for the Bucks. Sims is checked in, and Kevin Porter subbed in for Taurean Prince. That free throw good from Doncic.
Eye-popping talent from Doncic. We don't see many players with his size and skill set.
So he gets them both.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Here's Giannis. Against contact. Giannis Antetokounmpo forces it through.
Inside, Giannis knows he's got all the tools, height, touch, power, it's all there.
Doncic from deep three-point land. Los Angeles with another miss.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Got a hand on it, and they get it back. And here is LeBron. Hachimura finds Doncic. Shoots over Lillard. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Doncic.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Antetokounmpo. It's rebounded by Hayes. And Reeves has got the ball here for Los Angeles to tie it up. Drills it from outside. Reeves has got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
On the wing, Giannis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, Giannis is one of those guys, you look at the end of the season, he's going to be up there in free throw attempts per game.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaker. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
Giannis against Hachimura. It counts.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Some changes here for the Bucks. Bobby Portis comes in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Jackson in for Kevin Porter. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Doncic. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Portis. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Doncic against Lillard. 6 to shoot. It's tipped. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
Doncic against Lillard. And it's sent back by Lopez. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
Now, this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. Just a massive victory, Greg. Maybe it's overstating it, but I think this was a game they had to have.
And I don't think it's overstating it. I agree with you. I mean, going down 2-0 would have given this team a huge hill to climb. But now at 1 game apiece and with some momentum, this is anybody's series.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, Giannis. Great individual performance. I guess you're going for another MVP, huh?
You know, I try not to think about it that much. My mindset is do my job, do whatever it takes to help my team win, and all I get about is that we got to win.
Love the humble.
All right, D.A., thanks again. And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.